Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Got a quick live feed I want to do this afternoon in regard to some financial business planning tips for small businesses. Again, this is some small strategic things I think small businesses can do from a financial standpoint to help you stay afloat and also to help you grow your business now and throughout the years. Okay. Again, I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. You know, I'm Mr. Short Dollar. We talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So the main hub where we got all our close to 400 videos is the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. So if you haven't already, make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have a grants playlist with over 150 grant opportunities for you guys to take advantage of. Talk about business finance, business funding, business operations, business management. A lot of great information on the channel now, and a lot of great information come to the pipe. Again, regardless of where you checking us out at, the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, is the main hub because that's where all the videos are located there. Okay, but regardless of where you're tuning in at, I appreciate you tuning in. Again, today we'll be talking about financial planning tips for your small business. And before we get started, I do want to remind everybody, guys, you know, tax season around the corner. I am an accountant by profession. I own Majestic Business Services. This is my 21st tax season in business. So if you guys are in need of accountant or anything like that, you can look at my company, Majestic Business Services, or it's www.majesticbiz.com. The contact information is in the description section of each video. We also got a course out now if you want how to start your own tax business the short dollar way. The link for that is in the description section as well. And make sure you check out our show, The Dollar Hour, with me, Mr. Short Dollar. Excuse me, this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, that'll be, I don't even know what the hell we're going to talk about this week, but it's going to be a good show. So make sure you tune in to Mr. Short Dollar this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be streaming on all the different platforms. But like I said again, the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, is the main hub. But again, I want to get with you guys today to talk about, hey, Joni, I ain't forgot about you. I'm going to give you a call in a little bit. Please don't beat me up. Just had a lot going on today. But today we're talking about financial planning tips for your small business. And you say to yourself, why is financial planning? Because you hear about it so much from a personal standpoint. Why is financial planning so important for a small business? And what I want to tell people is that the reason why financial planning is so important is that one thing, you always have that picture where you at right now in regard to your business. You know where you at January 2022, but you have a vision for where you want to have yourself in June of 2022. You have a vision where you want to be at in 2023 and also 2040, right? Words, like I always say, words without any kind of plan or action is just dreams. So we have to get some kind of strategy or plan set up to say, okay, we're right here, we want to be there, and then we do the planning instead, the planning to actually get the process in order to get from where we are now to that next point. Okay, we can talk about talk all the time about we want to save up, $10,000. We want to grow this conglomerate business. We want to make X amount of dollars in sales. But what people do, I feel like they try to protect themselves when they don't make plans. They don't put, pen to paper to get that strategy down because damn well you're gonna forget it. You're gonna put stuff down that is totally, unrealistic in regards to what you need to do to make those things happen. And far too often, people do that. And like I said, the main reason they do that is because they don't have to hold themselves accountable. But when you actually draft out a strategic plan from the point of where you're at and the point of where you want to be, and list all the steps you have, now you got to be accountable because while you're going through the process, you're looking at each one of those steps that you drafted out. Okay. And from that point, you got to sit here and say, damn, I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. A good video to check out is my video on how to goal setting. We do a goal setting video every year, and the last one, how to reach your goal setting for 2022. Go to Miss Short Dollar on YouTube. I broke out, how to set your goals, how to draft them out, how to implement them, how to review them, and how to analyze and make adjustments for your goals. Again, goal setting, how to set your goal for 2022. I do that every year, but that was the latest video we did back in December. But again, two key things I always say about goals. Goals got to be what? Incremental. That means you got to take steps to make them happen, and also they got to be attainable. It has to be realistic. You just can't say something just off the top of your damn head like I want to make $1 million. Damn well you don't have the capacity to make $1 million, depending on what your current situation is, right? Make everything realistic. Give yourself order steps. If you know that you want to save $12,000 up, you say, look, I want to save $12,000 up by the end of the year. That means I'm gonna save $1,000 a month. That means that each week for me to get to $1,000, we're gonna have $250 each week, and then you can break it down by each day. But you have to sit here and make realistic plans to make everything happen. Okay, and that's what I want to talk about in regard to your financial planning tips for your business. We want to say, just have some things set in place for you to strategize how you want your business to grow financially. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about, you guys. Number one, you got to have good financial habits with your business. Okay. Again, you hear so often people tell you to do or what to do on a personal level, as far as financial planning and financial budgeting, for individual. But it's kind of some of the same thing you're gonna have with your business. It's just a little bit more on a larger scale. And some of the key things what we just talked about as far as having good financial habits, you got to always make sure you're planning. You got to make sure you're planning. Remember what I said, everything has to be realistic and has to be incremental. You got to be drafting your budget. You got to be drafting your budget. Make sure you're looking at how much money you're looking to make, how much you're looking to spend. And again, that word, realistic. Don't sit here and say, I want to make $10,000 and stuff like that and just throwing out numbers out your pocket. You can sit here and do research and find out the cost it'll take you to start your business up, and you do research to find out what it costs you to run your business on a monthly basis. You can go out there and find out what market rent is. You can go out there and find out what market or insurance prices, utilities, things like that, what it is to hire somebody. You can find that information out, set out your monthly your budget, look what it is be on a yearly basis as well. Got my little dog in here running the middle of my shelf. Hold on, Snow. My little chihuahua just ran and interrupted my show. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Oh man, I gotta get my little daughter out of here. She's running all over here. Come on, Snow. Hold on one second. Say hey to everybody, Snow. Everybody. Okay, I'm gonna give my son William. All right, baby. Okay. Guess Snow want to have a little couple seconds of fame, but she ran in. But again, that first thing is create good financial habits to start your business off. Like I said, you want to make sure you're planning, budgeting, Make sure that you're actually doing making a good habit of reviewing all your data that you have on a weekly, monthly basis. You also want to make sure that you're analyzing the information that you do have, seeing what's right, what's wrong, what can you do differently, how can you adjust certain things, and also you can make it a habit, start investing in some coaching. Make sure try to join some support groups, masterminds, things like that. These are good habits to help you once you get your business started from a financial standpoint. Okay, just make sure the key thing you want to make we're looking at, make sure we invest in ourselves. These are good financial habits because again we're talking about uh, 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 financial planning tips. Starting with that foundation of having the good habits in place will allow you to not only just talk about the financial planning, but also be able to keep everything going in the right direction. Okay, and be consistent with it. Just keep that rolling. The next thing is, and this is very, very crucial, guys, and that's get a payment policy in place. Okay, what I mean by getting a payment policy in place, you got too many times people are always, when they start their business, they're always focused on making the money. They're always focusing on, you know, what they're doing, what they're going to sell for, price, but they're never really looking at it in regards to, okay, listen, everything's not going to be a straight, in and out transaction, right? You got sometimes you may have to do billing. Sometimes you may have to do down payments. It depends on what your business is. Every business is not going to be in and out. Everyone's not always going to just pay you for a job you haven't done already, right? Sometimes you may have to break it up in certain payments. And the key thing we have to make sure we're looking at is that we have proper payment policies in place. We cannot have people on us down money for months and we expect to stay in business, because even though we haven't got that revenue in at a certain amount of time, our bills will still need to be paid on a certain amount of time. Okay, so we got to make sure we have those particular things in place, and we're not trying to chase people down 2 or 3 months after the transaction is done. It happens very, very often, guys. And if you have the payment policy set in stone beforehand, I think it'll help you out a whole lot going forward. I always remember cash is king, guys. I always remember cash is king. We all want to make sure we have enough cash on hand where we're, constantly running the business. We aren't in dire need of shutdown or something like that happening. It's only tripping on snow. Liquidity is everything. Liquidity is that's just having, cash money around. That asset, that portion of your asset that is cash. And I always say make sure you have at least 6 months to a year of enough cash on hand to cover your operating costs. That's a good rule of thumb to just live by. Um, when you're drafting your payment policy, make sure it's compatible to your business. If you know you got a business that actually has to be, usually transactional, you purchase this, we give this to you, that's fine. But if you have a business that kind of, let's say, construction or any kind of contractual service, where they may, industry wise, you may take a down payment, and that first payment may be used to buy supplies, or you take some portion of it for the service, and then after the work is done, you take the second payment. That's usually set up on certain industries, right? Some industries you need to get paid before you get started. Some industries they want to lease you get halfway done. Some they're done, you do the job, and then you get your payment. Again, it's not a matter of right or wrong or whatever. We need to make sure that you have some kind of payment plan in place that's compatible to your particular industry. Most important with that, you got to enforce it. You got to enforce it. I've been in a real estate investor probably mid 20 years, somewhere in that range, 17, 18 years, somewhere in that range. And my whole thing was my strong suit is analyzing, finding deals. I'm not uh, I can't say I can sometimes be, I don't use the word weak, but weak when it came to sometimes dealing with tenants, because the people do have things happen. And I've not been the best with, hey, my hours getting cut back. My husband lost his job. My wife got this and that going on. I'm like, hey, well, look, just catch me here now. Sometimes people legitimate and sometimes people bullshitting. I had a hard time my first 5 years really just being able to disseminate that, and it hurt me in the grand scheme of things. Sometimes people were actually legitimate. Sometimes people are actually legitimate, and they're pointing what they needed something. But most of the times, people just were stalling me, and the problem comes up once you start the. I'm sorry, I had this ice in my mouth. Once you start the whole part of working with people and start taking their payments one damn time, shit gonna happen over and over and over and over again. And I understand people go through stuff, but just like they need to pay that bill. You got bills in conjunction with that in correlation with that particular bill that's still going on as well. And so I had to get myself out of it. So I got a property manager. That way I don't have to deal. I have no human interaction. I focus on what I do best, finding more and more deals, and let the property manager take care of that. Because the property manager knows if they don't get the rent, they ain't getting damn paid. So that was a big game changer with me, just being a landlord. I got myself the hell out of it. And so I say that to say, when we start talking about having certain things in place and enforcing it, if you know it's not your strong suit to do certain things, make sure you got the mechanisms in place to enforce it. Because I can be honest with you, that was a tough thing for me to be talking and hearing those stories. And like, okay, I understand. But all the while, shit, my bills were stacking up too. And I wait for them. And then once they seen that, okay, you're human, you care, that's one thing. But you got that property manager there that's being an intermediary. They can take care of a lot of that stuff. And, they can be, again, you're not trying to, not being sensitive. But when we in business, we got to eat too. You got to take care of your bills. So make sure you got a proper payment policy in place and systems to protect you, to make sure your money is coming in. You got proper cash flow coming in so you don't have to shut down. Again, today, right now we're talking about financial planning tips for your small business. Again, I'm Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. We stream live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn right now. So I know we're on different platforms. We want to say hey to everybody. If you have any questions or anything regarding the topic where we're talking about the financial planning tips for your business, please feel free to interact. If you have any questions that's outside of that, just hold your questions, and at the end, I'll open the floor to answer any question that you guys may have. So if it's anything dealing with grants or loans or anything like that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now, I will answer your questions, but I will do it after we're done with everything, okay? So that was the next thing, that was the second thing where I talk about make sure you got a proper payment policy in place. Another thing I want to talk about, and this is where a lot of small business owners, again, we're talking about financial planning for your small business. A lot of small business owners get caught up in this because they try to be the everything, and you got to learn how to outsource and hire, right? What I always tell people is that when you're in business, now again, if you're just doing a one-man show and you're learning everything, and I understand where you're at when you first start and you got certain costs and stuff, I get that whole part. But as a business owner, you can't get caught doing $5 to $7 an hour jobs. You can't. You know when the hell you can do that. And I always say theoretically, your goal is with your business, you want to be working on the business instead of in the business. And I've heard far too often where you can do that. You can email people, you can push out flyers, you can send out a stamp, send out these certain things and list. You can't do that. You have no damn business doing that stuff if you really want your business to grow as the owner. And you have to find good people, and that's key word, good people that can do them tasks that you can't be doing. And if you turn around and you say, look, you got 8 or 9 tasks that got nothing to do with your business, but they dealing with the operations of it, you got to learn how to outsource it out. You can't be trying to do all this stuff that's irrelevant to your business, you being the business owner, rather. So that's why I say those $7, $8, $9, $10 an hour tasks, you can't get caught into that. You can't get caught into that. And like I said, again, I understand where you may be. Look, I don't have money to pay anybody. I got to do these particular things. I get that part, but your goal is need to be getting past that because you'll never grow. You'll always be stagnant if you're getting caught up doing certain things. So you have to be very, very conscious of that. I failed that a lot. With doing certain things and stuff like that. I think I do a pretty good job of creating and managing systems all the time, especially even for other people, but even sometimes myself. I'm like, well, let me go and get on top of that because, again, I can try to push to somebody else, but I need to do this now. So I get it, but you're always going to kind of hold yourself back when you're trying to do certain things yourself. You got to know your limitations. I'm not a creative person, so I have no damn business trying to draft logos and make ads and stuff because it's not my strong suit. I'm not one of them type of people who know how to make catchy terms, good phrases, a creative banner or a flyer. That's not my strong suit. You never see Deonte Burden trying to make a website, and you're trying to go on Wix and make your own website, and shit looks just like you did it too. It looks janky, it looks bland and ugly, and you didn't want to spend a couple of dollars to get somebody else to do it, and you're gonna reap the rewards for it, even that big. So just find the people that know how to do it. Get your web developers, get you an accountant, get you a lawyer. Don't take your ass and get these damn Google contracts, and then as soon as you got to sue somebody, it has 1,000,001 loopholes in it. Pay the people to do that. Trust me. In the grand scheme of things, you will save yourself so much money, so much headache. Again, know yourself when you're doing these certain things. And the key thing, like I said, accounting, marketing, advertising, those kind of things, you got to just, if it's not your strong suit, get somebody to do it. And it's not as expensive as you think. But the key thing, what you have to realize is you'll really understand and appreciate outsourcing certain things when you truly, truly, truly know the value of your time. Okay. If you truly believe that I'm $100 an hour person, I'm a 200, I'm $1,000 an hour person, whatever it is, 10, 20, $50. When you truly believe it, you're not going to get yourself caught into stuff that you're like, man, I'm going to pay somebody to do that. Right. If I charge $210 an hour for consulting. I mean, everyone knows that's on the invoice right there. To do consulting, I charge $210 an hour. I can't go out here and cut my grass. Those brothers that do my landscaping in my yard, they in and out, 2 or 3 guys. They got all the equipment and everything. They're in and out my yard. Hell, 30 minutes tops, right? I go out there and do it. I know it's gonna take me 4 or 5 hours. Number one, because I ain't got the tool. Um, I don't have the tools to do it. I haven't been doing it in God knows when. And then even just be doing it, man, I'm gonna have to probably take me about 4 or 5 coffee breaks, back breaks, or whatever. It ain't my thing to do. So I give them $60 every time they hit my yard, $65, paying 130 a month, and they have it looking immaculate. Why would I be sitting there if I know that if I'm making 210 an hour and I can stay booked doing that? Why the hell am I out there cutting my damn grass? That makes no damn sense. There's no masculine ties or whatever. I gotta. Hey, I feel like I'm more of a man with doing that now. I know my value. I know my value. I know what I deserve. I know what the hell kind of money I bring in. It's no way in the hell I need to be out there dealing with that kind of stuff. So I say this: that when you truly know your value of yourself, you know what it takes for you to do it, how much it costs for you to move, you're gonna move accordingly. It's one thing to talk about it, for you feel like, okay, I should get $50 an hour. I should get 75. It's one thing to talk about, but when you damn know it, it's certain BS you're not gonna get involved with. I'm not saying cut my grass is BS, but I am saying that why would I be doing that when I know I can be out here making way more money and to get somebody else that can do it more efficiently, better, and that's what they do. And it's cheaper for me, and I can be freed up. I'm not taking that 3 or 4 hours, 4 hours I'm gone. I can make $800 or $1,000. Why would I be sitting out there trying to damn mess with my damn grass? No, that makes no damn sense, right? And when you truly understand your value, you will move accordingly with that. So that's why I said outsourcing and hiring is a major thing. Major thing. We start talking about strategic planning and financial planning for your business. It is huge. Okay, do not get caught into things that you ain't got no business doing. And this is on varied levels, right? You can just be starting off. There are certain things when you start off, even with a start off budget, you don't need to be doing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You can spend 2 or 3 weeks trying to make a website for your business, and the shit look like it, and it's really gonna hurt you in the grand scheme of things. Because again, remember when people go to check out your website, that's their first interaction with you. If it looks cheesy and it looks janky because you didn't want to pay somebody to do it, it's gonna turn somebody else off, right? So you gotta understand certain things you just need to pay for, right? You got your little funky logo on there, you got your little shirts, and you if you're going to people around people and you're producing your showing your business, people funny. I'm not saying what's right, I'm not saying what's wrong, but you got to understand what you're trying to do perception wise. Do you want a little cheese? I ain't saying go spend hundreds of dollars on logos or anything like that. I go on Fiverr. Matter of fact, you use the Fiverr link that's in the description section of the video. I also stuff like that all the time. It's not an issue of the cost, but sometimes just really understand the value of what you need to be tied up with or not. Okay. Be very, very smart about that. Okay. Be very, very smart, because again, you trying to save money and keep money in your pocket, you end up hurting yourself. Always understand, guys, because I know the whole adage is the customer's always right. And no, I don't believe in that BS either. The customer's not always right, but the customer's always what? Paying you. And once you forget that they are paying you, that's when you have problems. Never saying let folks disrespect you, never saying let folks treat you wrong. But I am saying be very, very cognizant. They are the people that's putting money in your pocket. So it's not about you like a red or you like a peach or you like a pink color shirt. What the hell do the people that's paying you money like? And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. What you think is cute, what you think is hot, what you think is fresh is irrelevant. It's what the people that are paying you, okay? Because if that's the deal, just make sure and keep it for yourself. But if you're out here trying to make money, remember, guys, understand your value, understand how important it is to find the right people to do what? Make you more money. Make you more. That's what it is. You get out of that. You use your strong suits because if your thing is making cakes, if your thing is making certain clothing, if your thing is your plumber, your landscaper, or whatever, you do that. All the other stuff, back office and marketing stuff, get the hell out of there. And don't put your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your nephew or son in that stuff because you want to keep them busy and save money. Go pay some damn body because it's gonna look like that. I cannot stress that to you enough. Too many people get passed up because they have things in place, but they got the wrong damn stuff in place because they put the wrong people in place because they're trying to save a dollar, right? Pay people, pay people, get professionals, okay? It's not as expensive as you think. And again, the money you spend will make you a whole lot more money in the grand scheme of things, okay? The next thing is learn how to read financial statements, guys. You guys know I'm an accountant by profession. Your three basic financial statements is your income statement or profit loss statement. It's the same thing. And we got videos on how to reinterpret each one of them on Mr. Short Dollar. Also, the being your income statement or profit loss statement, cash flow statement, and your balance sheet. Okay, those are your three basic financial statements. Okay, learn what each one is. Again, we got videos on that, Mr. Short Dollar. Learn what each one is and how they affect each other. Okay, what one does, how it affects, well, how your profit loss from your balance from your income statement affects the balance sheet, and where does it go? How does that also affect the liquidity and everything going into your cash flow statement? All three interact together. Also, learn liquidity ratios. A lot of times, people are in business, especially like retail production and manufacturing, they don't understand. People, the most common liquidity ratio people familiar with is maybe ROI or debt to income ratio. You need to know specifically for your particular industry what ratios you need to know. A good one to know, especially in retail, is asset turnover ratio. You need to know how long from the point you get your order and inventory, how long you have inventory turnover ratio is another one. Also, I know I'm probably talking foreign and Chinese to you, but these are the things we look at in the financial world in regards to when you're purchasing certain items, how long you're keeping it on stock, and how much of profit you're making from that. You have to learn these particular things, guys. It will make you so much better a business owner if you learn those financial state, those three key ones, like I said, and learn the specific financial ratios. We're going to start kicking out a lot of videos in regards to financial ratios, to help you guys out with that. But those three financial statements, the balance sheet and income statement, which is again the same thing as the profit loss statement and the cash flow statement. We got videos about those, exactly what they are, how they affect each other. But in order for you to be a very savvy business person, you need to learn about all three of them and how they affect each other. Okay. Lastly, guys, you need to make sure you're monitoring your credit. Again, I know you see tons of videos on the internet about getting certain items and without using your personal credit and stuff like that. And I've told you guys, you can do that, but also most business loans going to ask for a personal guarantor, which is going to be an individual that the actual lender is going to require to be, kind of like liable for the loan just in case the business defaults on it. I got a video coming out next week, maybe before the end of this week, but definitely next week for sure, explaining exactly what a personal guarantor is, okay? Because people hear so much, but they're not really familiar with a personal guarantor is on a business loan. I got a video coming out breaking down exactly what that is, okay? But you need to make sure you're constantly monitoring your credit. Leverage gives you so much power, guys. Even if you don't, use the actual leverage that you have, just knowing you have it gives you so much more power. I always tell you guys, always try to get access to capital when you don't need it. The worst thing you want to do is have opportunities come into your face and you can't take advantage of the opportunities because you don't have access to capital, right? I just talked about so much about when we were looking at cash is king. Remember, guys, once your cash is spent, cash is gone. If you don't have any kind of leverage or anything like that, which I advise people to use first, no kind of, you can't get a loan, you can't get access to it. I mean, you SOL, and we don't want to be in those situations. So that's why I would tell people constantly try to get lines of credit, try to get access to capital, and if you don't use it, you didn't use it, right? I have videos about breaking down all the different kind of business lending products. What's a term loan? What's a line of credit? What's invoice factoring? I got those videos already out there, guys. Go into the Mr. Short Dollar playlist. Look up during on the financing playlist. I got those videos broke down all the different loan products for a small business, guys. I think it's Business Loans 101. All the different products there. Find out which ones, and again, that's just to equip you to make you a more savvy business person, understand what's out there, and find out what's the best product for you, right? But y'all want to make sure you constantly monitoring your credit. We have to make sure leverage is so much important. I always tell people, make sure you got them lines of credit out there because you never know when opportunity is gonna come before you, and we want to be able to take advantage. The worst thing you want to do, the worst thing is to miss out on something because you don't have your stuff together, and it happens all the time. I think right now in the past 2 years with the disaster loans and everybody was getting the disaster loans and the PPP, I think they are very bright examples of what not having financial planning will happen to you because I'm willing to go out here and say shit, 80%, 80%, I can be nice and say 7% of the people that acquire the PPP and disaster loans don't know where the hell that damn money at right now. I'm willing to say that because they got money and they didn't have any kind of strategic plans. Let's take the whole fraud aspect out of it. Just say you got it, you need it for your business. Majority of that money is gone because people got money and they number one they had no kind of business planning, no kind of strategy, nothing in place. And like I said, right now they're trying to figure out what the hell going on. And they on the clock right now, a year and a half, 2 years from now, they got to start paying the SBA on this big old massive loan, right? Guys, planning is everything. I'm telling you guys. Once you got your plan in place, and it may not be attractive, it may be boring, it may be long and drawn out, but it's always going to keep you successful. And they're going to keep money in your pocket, and it's also going to keep you from holding your pants up with your shoestring. Okay, so we want to make sure we got all those plans and stuff in place. And I go over everything one more time. Again, the things I went over in regards to financial planning tips for your small business. The first one being create good financial planning habits. Okay, the second one being get a great payment policy in place. The next one was outsource, learn how to outsource and hire people. Then the next one was learn how to read financial statements and also financial ratios, liquidity ratios. Then the last one being constantly monitor your credit. Guys, we got almost 400 videos of Mr. Short Dollar, right? So I know a lot of times people come to the channel looking for, grant opportunities and grants and stuff like that. And that's great. We got a lot of information on grants. That's why the channel is there to help people. But there's a ton of information for business operations, business management, finance, and things like that. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, guys. Because I'm just telling you, I know it's it seems exciting to have the idea of got your own business, be on boss, and have that financial freedom and all that kind of stuff. But you got to be super successful. You talking about being on this side of it where you don't have any kind of backup or anything. It's scary as hell. It's scary as hell. Like I would tell you, Deonte don't have PTO. Deonte don't have paid leave. When I get sick, I just gotta make sure I got a good system in place to keep it going. You get sick at work, somebody else pick it up. It may be waiting up for you, but you still got your job. It don't work like that when you self-employed. It don't work like that when you got a business. Money come, tax season finna get ready to start. We're probably not gonna start receiving money mid-February, end of February. Money's gonna start coming in. But you talking about things been dry since October. So what kind of discipline is required to not have revenue come in for months? But you're constantly doing this as far as marketing, as far as training, as far as advertising, things like that, right? Buying software and stuff. But you got that money coming out, but nothing coming in. So I want you guys to, understand how important it is, right? With planning. is super important, because I want you guys to, how your business is going. I want you to be super successful in everything. So make sure, you take advantage of all the videos and information we got out there. Okay. Now that's pretty much what I want to talk about today in regards to, financial planning tips for your small business. I'm gonna open the floor up, to see if any of you guys got any questions in regards to anything else, before I disappear. See if I see anything. And again, I appreciate all you guys tuning in today. What's up, Lab? I see my awesome producer, DJ Lab. What's going on, my brother? Look through here if I see anything on TikTok. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, today we'll stream live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure, again, the main hub is the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dog. We got over close to 400 videos on the YouTube channel, so make sure you take advantage of that. See if I see anything. Nobody has any questions. Okay, we'll get a couple minutes and everything. I'll bring up tax season is around the corner. Again, I own Majestic Business Services. Let me see if I got anybody. I don't want to bring anybody live on TikTok right now, only because that's not on one of the shared platforms we're doing it. But if you got any questions or anything, please feel free to drop a question. So we got one right here. Right here. This is from Joanne Burrow. How you doing? When does SBA request the 4506T form? Now, the SBA will actually ask for the 4506T when you do that initial application. That's what they're doing now. Initially, they were just taking information. They weren't doing it. The 4506T is nothing but the a request for transcript from the IRS, to see what tax return, to see if you filed your income tax return. And pretty much, the SBA auto loan is based off your 2019 income, your 2019 tax return. So they're just going to request that information. So that's usually when they'll do it. Now with the application, when you actually apply, they're asking for it now. That's very interesting. I'm probably going to get off topic. I hope I answered your question. Regardless, that's when they're requested. Usually they'll do it then. Most of the time, and for the most part, I want everybody to know the reason why they ask for the 4506T is more so fraud prevention. Because if you put in that you made X amount of dollars on the application, they want to verify. The only way they have to verify if you file taxes to show that you made that particular amount of money. That is the reason why they do this. I just want you guys to understand that's why they do that. They just verify that you actually had a legitimate business and you actually reported that you made that particular money, right? And that's the whole reason, for them doing it. And it's the same thing with the 4506T is a common form used when you this mouse is tripping. It's a form that's commonly used when you got a mortgage, when you get a house. They'll do the same thing then. They'll request the 4506T just to verify your income with that. I don't know what's going on with this with my mouse. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do 2 or 3 things at once. But that's one of the reasons for that. See if I can get this thing back up here. Let's see that. Make sure we I had some internet problem last week. That. Okay. See if I'm getting that. I don't know why that's still coming up. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Joanne. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm glad you love the channel. We got a lot of great more information coming out. Let me see if I see somebody else got any questions. Nobody from TikTok got anything. Anybody else got any other questions? Anybody else? Let me see. I'm here, guys. Y'all got any questions? Please feel free to ask any questions right now. I'm here. And again, make sure y'all tune in this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Mr. Short Dollar. Again, I haven't got my show topic together yet, so we'll have it together by Thursday. We'll have some right together by then. Your boy getting ready for tax season, so freezing up. What's going on with one of my with the internet? What's going on with it? I'm sorry, everybody. Son dragging with the computers. This ain't a dinosaur, mom, so I don't know why it's tripping. But definitely, guys, again, I got we got a lot more grant opportunities coming up, guys. So I need you to be able to make sure you're looking out for that. Got some getting that video in regards to the personally guarantor. I got a lot of great videos coming down the pipe, guys. So please be stay tuned for that. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate you tuning in. I don't know what's going on with this computer. Everything just taking, just dragging it right here. I ain't Mr. IT either, but I appreciate you guys tuning in today. And we probably got one or two more videos. The show gonna be Thursday. I might have one more live feed before then and stuff. So a lot of great information coming down the pipe. Again, make sure because I'm do my series. I did the video on how to file out. If you guys are small business owners, you got to kick out 1099 NEC forms. I got that video on that now. I'm also gonna have videos in regards to how give you tips on filling out your 1040, filling out your schedule A, B, C, D, and E, what each form is, and the information that goes on it, and also how that information goes back to your 1040. I know a lot of times people fill out their taxes, and you're basically using the software, and they ask you what's your name, what's your address, and you put the information in. Excuse me, but you really don't know what the hell you're doing. You just put the information in there. So we're gonna have those videos coming out, within the next couple weeks to explain to you what the forms are for. Keep in mind, guys, the IRS is going to start actually accepting or processing returns January 24th. I know you have some people that out there processing returns already. I kind of like to make sure I got all your information. I don't do pay stubs or anything like that, which is mandated. Professional preparers, we're not supposed to use check stubs or anything like that, but I don't. Y'all know that ain't my business. I don't talk about other folk businesses, what they doing right, what they doing wrong. I just let you know what I do and everything. But guys, be on the lookout for more great information. I hope you enjoyed the information we just put out in regards to financial tips for your small businesses. Be safe out there. Your boy was sick last week. I was out there partying too hard on my birthday, and that COVID jumped on me. And I don't know where the hell I got it at. I don't know. It's one of them clubs and stuff like that. But I had a good time. I enjoyed my birthday. COVID didn't stay on me too hard and everything, but I just, with that said, I try to be as safe as possible with everything, so it can't just happen to anybody. But I'm back now. I'm just down for about one day with it. But again, it just please be careful out there. Please be careful. I was lucky because everybody ain't down for a day. A lot of folks are down for a whole lot longer than that. Some folks ain't get their ass back up. So please be safe and be careful out there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please make sure that you share all the information with your family and friends, with everything. We got a lot of great information coming for you guys. Remember, don't forget this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Dollar Hour. And be on the lookout for my other YouTube channel, Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden, where we talk about family, parenting, life stuff, professional development. Got a lot of great information. I got 300 videos on that channel. So, we got a lot of great information. Again, that's Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burden. I think if you put Deonte Burden in the search for on YouTube or in Google, that'll come up, Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. So we got a lot of good stuff coming out. But again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you guys thanks. I appreciate all the love and support. Take care of yourself out there, guys. Be safe. I don't know why this thing is just cutting up on me. I can't even use my mouse not working in there like that. I was trying to cut my outro music on and everything. So, but there we go. Got it. Take care, everyone. Be safe out there. Love you. And be on the lookout for more great videos to come. Talk to you soon. I can get this music playing. Ain't gonna let me be great. There we go.